Hey guys, this is Christopher Rausch, of course, the creator of the Kick-Ass Guide to Life, coming to you here with a quick message. Just want to share something with you. Somebody was asking me the other day, Chris, when I'm like frustrated and I'm just not feeling right, I'm in a funk, what does that mean? I just don't, I'm happy, but I'm not doing stuff, and but there's something inside of me that's frustrated. And I just wanted to come to you today because I thought that was a really interesting question, because I know a lot of us go through that day after day sometimes. And for me, when I thought about it, I took a moment and I thought, you know what? Our thoughts create our actions. So it goes back to my saying, you're only limited by the parameters of your own mind. So everything is up here. Everything I teach is about attitude, about perception, perspective, expectations. I mean, really, that's what it is. I teach people how to, find meaning in the crappy shit that's happened to us in the past, look at and embrace today, but also plan for tomorrow. So when you think about that, our thoughts equal our actions. So think about it like this. You can either be congruent or incongruent with your thoughts and your actions. Let me give you an example. So if I'm sitting there saying, everybody should have open and honest communication, everybody should, the key to successful relationships is making sure that you're honest with people, and I'm not doing that myself, that's called incongruency. So that's just really here. I'm saying one thing, but I'm doing another. So there's an internal conflict that goes on. If you're sitting there telling your husband or your wife, hey, everything's okay, but inside everything is not, there's an incongruency, there's a disconnect, and your subconscious knows that. So when you're in line, when you're congruent with everything, that's when kick-ass shit really starts to happen. And that's when we really get in that groove, when you wake up and you just feel good and the day is going good, you're congruent with everything that you believe and you do, because thoughts equal actions. So I just wanted to share that with you. A couple of things that you can do. Number one is you got to be honest with yourself. So number one is honesty. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to sit there and say, okay, am I being truthful to the people around me? Am I being truthful to those that have an impact on my life, and letting them know what my expectations are and where I'm frustrated and where things could possibly be better? If you're not, then your misery is your own fault. Number two, you got to be, like I said, you got to be honest with yourself, and then you got to be honest with others. And I know that is difficult because we don't want to hurt other people's feelings, and we sit there and we hope and we pray and we wish that they'll get it. I was just coaching somebody the other day, and they said, my husband should already know that. And I said, guys are different. You have to be flat out, straight up, bam, this is what I need. This is what I expect. You just can't assume, because we know what that means. So you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with others. And the next thing is to take small steps. Sometimes we look at the enormity of a goal and we think, oh my God, that's just too much. I'll do it later. We played the someday game. You can hear me talk about that, the someday game. Someday I'll do this when that is right. Well, that's bullshit, because a lot of people didn't wake up this morning that went to bed last night. I don't know if you know the star China, whatever her name is. She took some pills and she overdid it and went to sleep and never woke up. So side note, squirrel. So take small steps. Really just sit there and think about, okay, what am I being incongruent? What do I need to be honest with, and who, and how can I do that? Maybe I take somebody to lunch. Maybe I make sure, obviously, a side note is make sure it's a good time to talk to them, because sometimes we want to sit there and say, okay, I'm ready, I've got the confidence, and then we go talk to them and it's a bad time for them. So side note, if you have to have a conversation with somebody, ask them, hey, is this a good time? And read their body language. If they sit there and go, yeah, okay, then you know that is not a good time. But if they say, sure, no problem, come on, let's talk, then that's a good thing. So take small steps and thinking about yourself. Number three is, in these situations, when it's dealing with somebody else, is communication skills. I have often found in everybody that I've coached, and also for myself, I go back to what Stephen Covey said, seek first to understand, then to be understood. And so often we want to be understood. We're taught from early age, oh, hear me, listen to me. This is what I got to say, blah, blah, blah. But when you really take the time to say, hey, listen, you know what? I get a feeling that there's something frustrating in the both of us. And so I just like to understand your perspective on the situation. And I promise you, a lot of times it's us. We have been doing something that has caused them to do something that we are perceiving as against us, that we just don't know. So there's been situations where I've said, okay, you need to go to this person and just ask them, hey, am I doing something that's frustrating you? Am I not giving you enough? And then they find out that person's been holding off and not being honest and not communicating, not being congruent. So they hopefully say it nicely, And then that person goes, holy shit, that's what I'm doing is causing them to do what is pissing me off. And they don't realize it. So you just really got to sit there and think about, okay, communication. And this is, I'm fascinated. I love this. Is you got to, hey, is there something bothering you? No, everything's great. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, well, I got something that's really bugging me and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I want to share it with you because I care about our relationship and it's something that's been bothering me for a while. So do you mind if I take a few minutes? There's stuff like that you can do. So, again, be honest with yourself, be honest with others, take small steps and have great communication skills. That communication skills are the most important thing in the world. So I just share that with you because if you're going through life and you're just kind of frustrated and you're expecting things to change, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If that is you, then it's your fault. Your fault. So don't blame anybody else. I posted something yesterday about that. We often sit there and blame society and our parents and our teachers and our brothers and our sisters and our coworkers and our boss and government and whatever on why we're unhappy. But the truth of the matter is you got to look in the mirror. It's you. If you're not taking action, if you're not part of the problem, if you're part of the problem and not part of the solution, then it's you. So I just wanted to come to you this morning and let you know that. And I hope this resonates with you. If there's anything I can do, you can count on me. Just send me an email, Christopher@ChristopherRausch.com, RAUSCH, ChristopherRausch.com. If you don't remember that, just IamKickass.com. IamKickass.com because you are kick-ass. I love you. I thank you guys so much. You guys rock. I hope you have an awesome day. And again, be congruent with your thoughts and your actions and watch your kick-ass success happen. All right, guys, have a great day. Take my energy. Love you. Bye.